Archangel Michael says, "You have 5 minutes left. A millionaire's shocking revelation awaits you. What he confessed on his deathbed will leave you speechless." Archangel Michael says the clock is ticking, and only 5 minutes remain before the gates of this revelation close forever. A dying millionaire whispered a confession that no one was supposed to hear, but heaven has chosen you to be the one to receive it. His final words will shatter the silence around your destiny and unlock a truth that was hidden in gold and blood. As his soul left the world, he cried out a name, your name, like an echo that broke through eternity. He said there was something he could not carry into the afterlife, a burden that belongs to you now. And in these very moments, that secret is reaching you like a storm breaking into light. Stay with me, because if you let this slip away, you may never hear his final words again. Do not scroll, do not turn away, because this is not just another message. This is the exact thread connecting you to unimaginable change. Like, share, and subscribe right now so this divine broadcast can travel further, because someone else you know may also be tied to this revelation. The millionaire's voice trembled as he revealed what haunted his heart. Tell them, he said, that the inheritance was never about money alone. Tell them it was about redemption, about destiny, about a bloodline chosen to carry the flame of heaven. His words were so heavy that even angels stood still. Type Amen to get blessing 333. The letter he left behind was sealed with wax so old it cracked like thunder when it opened. Inside was not just a confession, but a map that points to a vault of blessings hidden beneath layers of betrayal and silence. That vault, my friend, was written with your initials long before you were even born. Every coin of gold he owned carried a curse of guilt until he spoke your destiny aloud. He confessed that the wealth was never meant for those who betrayed him, but for the one who carried purity in their heart. That one is you, and you must hold this message tightly because it carries divine timing. This is why you must not skip, you must not look away, for each second brings you closer to a fate that cannot wait. Stay till the very end, because only then will the full circle of his deathbed confession touch your life. Like, comment, and subscribe so this story is written into your soul's timeline forever. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Archangel Michael says your life hath been watched by unseen eyes. You've stumbled, you've cried, but you were never forgotten. That millionaire whispered, "Give them what I could not give myself, peace, freedom, and abundance beyond the grasp of the world." Now imagine this, the sound of his final breath carried through halls of eternity, carrying your name like a song of fire. The angels stood guard, ensuring his last words would not be buried in dust, but would instead travel to this very moment, right now, right here. You are living the prophecy you released. You must hold faith stronger than fear, because the moment you do, everything shifts in your favor. Miracles will arrive not by chance, but by decree, as though heaven itself has bent its will to deliver you. Share this message with 3 people you love, and watch how divine energy multiplies around you. Type Amen to get blessing 555. Archangel Michael says the clock of destiny has already begun its countdown. 5 minutes is not just time, it is the divine window through which your fate is written. A dying millionaire whispered words so powerful that the universe shook to carry them into your life. His body may have failed, but his soul still echoes across eternity. In that final breath, he did not speak of riches, properties, or treasures. He spoke of you. Yes, you, the one chosen to hear this message when all others were blind. The confession was not meant for lawyers, not for greedy hands that circled his wealth. It was meant for the one whose spirit was aligned with truth, purity, and divine inheritance. His final request was to pass this burden into the right hands. The silence in that hospital room was thicker than night, but his words cut through like fire. "Tell them," he cried, "tell them the legacy belongs where heaven decides, not where betrayal rests." Those words now fall directly into your lap like a crown descending from the skies. Even now, the angels guard this secret until you embrace it fully. Every second you watch, the threads of fate tighten around you, pulling you closer to what he left behind. Do not move away, for each word you hear now is an echo of his dying wish. This is why you must stay with me till the very end. If you break away, the chain will scatter, and the millionaire's last confession will be lost again to shadows. Like, share, and subscribe right now so his truth spreads like a flame across the world. The millionaire's lips trembled as he said your name. His eyes carried both guilt and relief, knowing his soul was finally releasing what it held for years. He admitted the inheritance was not only material but spiritual, tied to miracles only you can activate. A map was left behind, sealed in a golden envelope. That map was written in his own blood, proof that he chose to protect this truth at the cost of his life. Inside it rests the direction toward a vault, and at the heart of that vault is your future. Type Amen to get blessing 4312. That vault does not open with keys of iron or steel. It opens with the vibration of your soul, lined with divine timing. And right now, that timing is striking against the clock, 5 minutes before the door seals forever. The man confessed that he had spent his life chasing shadows of wealth. But in the end, he realized only one truth. Money is empty without destiny. He wanted you to have not just wealth, but the alignment of heaven's order in your life. His tears stained the pillow, each one a symbol of regret and redemption. He whispered, "Give them what I could not give myself, peace, freedom, and blessings multiplied 1,000-fold." These words are not just spoken, they are alive in this very message. This moment is no coincidence. You were led here because your spirit called for it, and heaven answered through his final breath. Archangel Michael himself stands behind you now, ensuring that you receive what the world tried to hide. Stay until the last line, because his confession is bigger than you imagine. There is more than wealth waiting. There is a shift, a miracle, a writing of your entire story. Share this with 3 people right now, because blessings this big are meant to multiply. His inheritance was cursed until your name was spoken. That curse broke the moment he released his confession, and now miracles are rushing toward you like a flood that cannot be stopped. This is why you feel the stirring in your soul at this exact moment. Archangel Michael says the gates are open, but will not remain so forever. You have been chosen to stand at the threshold and step into your new chapter. Do not hesitate, because hesitation kills destiny faster than failure ever could. The millionaire's family never knew this secret. They thought he left nothing but money, but what he left for you is a hidden blessing disguised as treasure. And when it arrives, the whole world will know you were chosen. Type Amen to get blessing 9284. The room where he took his last breath still vibrates with his words. They were not whispers, they were commands etched into eternity. Every syllable carried weight heavier than gold, because it was sealed with the truth of his soul. He looked at the ceiling as if staring into heaven itself. His final heartbeat carried a secret that even his closest blood relatives never knew. That secret has bypassed courts, lawyers, and signatures to land directly into your life. He said your destiny was already signed by forces beyond this world. He confessed that the wealth he earned was cursed by betrayal until he passed it on to the rightful one. As tears cleansed that curse and turned it into a miracle waiting for you. You cannot underestimate this moment. What is unfolding here is not just story but prophecy. The very fact that you are hearing this means you were chosen before time itself knew your name. Archangel Michael is guarding this revelation like a warrior of light. He will not let darkness touch it as long as you stay aligned with this message. That is why you must remain here until the very last line of this confession. The Millionaire's lawyers tried to bury the evidence, but he had hidden one final envelope that none of them could find. That envelope was destined to reach your life through divine timing, and now it has. Inside the envelope was a confession written in midnight ink. He wrote it shaking, knowing his time was running out. He said, "Do not let the vultures feast on what was never theirs. Deliver it to the one who carries the flame of purity." These words are not random. They are the decree of a soul set free at the edge of death. And today, they fall on your ears like thunder from the heavens. Type Amen to get blessing 7213. Archangel Michael says you have been walking with unanswered prayers for too long. You cried for miracles when no one listened. Today, that silence breaks because his confession is the bridge carrying you into your answered prayers. The millionaire revealed that everything he built was a shadow of what he truly wanted to give. He wanted to give release, freedom, and a key to unlock doors no human hand could open. That key is now being offered to you. Stay with me, because if you leave now, you break the very chain connecting you to this blessing. Do not allow distraction to steal your moment. Like, share, and subscribe right now to multiply the divine energy flowing in this message. The inheritance is more than papers or bank accounts. It is an energy transfer from his soul to your destiny. When you accept this truth, doors will swing open with supernatural speed. His deathbed confession was not a cry of weakness. It was a roar of surrender that sent angels flying to record his words. Those words now rise as a crown above your head. Listen carefully. This is why heaven arranged for you to hear this exact revelation. You are not watching by chance. You were summoned to hear this testimony. The countdown of 5 minutes with the alarm to wake your destiny. You can feel it in your heart even now. That inner stirring is not imagination. It is the vibration of inheritance aligning with your soul. The miracle is already in motion. This is not the end of the story. It is only the beginning. More secrets are still locked within his confession, and they are waiting to be revealed as you continue to stay here. Type Amen to get blessing 8439. The family that betrayed him never knew what he carried inside. They thought they owned his wealth, but they never touched his destiny. Destiny was always reserved for you. The will written by human hands is not the same as the decree written in heaven. His last confession bypassed earthly courts and was signed by divine authority. That signature cannot be broken. Archangel Michael stood in that hospital room, holding his hand as he spoke. The angel whispered courage into his ear, guiding him to release the secret. And when he did, a chain reaction began in heaven. That reaction is still unfolding now as you listen. Miracles are aligning, paths are clearing, and abundance is racing toward you. What was delayed for years is now moving with lightning speed. Stay close, because each second is pulling you deeper into this confession's meaning. If you walk away, you cut the thread connecting you to your miracle. But if you hold on, heaven will deliver everything promised. The millionaire's story is tied to yours in ways you cannot yet imagine. His struggles, his regrets, his victories, all were written so that you could inherit the final reward. That reward is sealed with your name. So hear me. You must not scroll, you must not skip. This is a sacred appointment between your soul and destiny. Share this now, and let others witness the light breaking through darkness. Type Amen to get blessing 6932. The millionaire's story stretches beyond his wealth, beyond the glitter of gold, and into the shadows of his past. He carried scars from betrayal that no doctor could heal, wounds left by those closest to him. Yet even in his pain, he held a truth that belonged not to them but to you. He said he saw visions in his final nights. Angels appeared at his bedside, whispering that the time to release the truth had come. Their wings brushed against the silence, and their voices guided his hand to write one final confession. That confession carried your destiny like a hidden flame. It burned quietly for years, waiting for the moment heaven would deliver it. And today, this fire touches your soul with the force of eternity. His enemies thought they had won. They fought for control of his empire. They schemed to erase his secrets. But what they never knew was this: the most important piece was never theirs to take. It was reserved for you, chosen and protected by divine order. The letter he left behind trembles with spiritual power. Each word carries the weight of heaven's ink, written not on paper alone but upon your timeline. That is why you can feel the energy moving through your body as you hear this. Archangel Michael says you were meant to be hidden until the right hour. And now that the hour has struck, you are no longer hidden, you are revealed. The light of this confession is pulling you into the center of destiny. The millionaire's last breath was not weakness. It was the unlocking of a gate. And that gate is standing wide open for you, right now, in this very moment. All you must do is accept the message flowing into your life. The confession was clear. Do not let greed destroy what I could not protect. Deliver it to the one whose heart is clean, the one heaven has chosen. Those words were spoken for you, carved into the silence of eternity. Type Amen to get blessing 9421. This is why you must stay until the end, because the revelation grows stronger with each word. What begins as a whisper will soon thunder like a storm in your life. The wealth you see is only a symbol. The true treasure is transformation. The millionaire admitted he had hidden accounts, properties, and codes. But more than that, he hid a contract written in heaven's fire. That contract names you as the heir not just of riches but of blessings beyond measure. His confession shook the unseen world. Angels rejoiced, demons fled, and heaven's court recorded his words in eternal archives. From that moment, your destiny was sealed, and nothing could erase it. Archangel Michael says this is your second birth, the day when your spirit steps into the inheritance of light. You are not the same as yesterday. You are rising into your true identity. That is why you were drawn here, unable to resist this message. Every second you listen, the blessing grows stronger. Do not scroll. Do not look away, because turning away now is like shutting the door on your own miracle. Hold on, because the best part of the confession is yet to be revealed. The millionaire saw your face in visions long before his last day. He described you in detail to the angels, knowing they would guide this message to you. His faith was that you would not miss it, and today his faith is fulfilled. He said the wealth was stained by betrayal, but in your hands it becomes clean. He said curses turned to blessings the moment your name was written into his confession. This is why you feel the energy shift in your life even now. So take this moment seriously. Like, share, and subscribe right now, because this testimony must spread like fire to others who are tied to your destiny. The more it spreads, the faster the blessing multiplies in your life. Type Amen to get blessing 3187. Archangel Michael says the countdown has not ended. Each minute that passes is drawing the miracle closer to your doorstep. You will see signs, confirmations, and breakthroughs like lightning striking in darkness. The confession is more than words. It is a transfer of energy. His soul carried the weight for years, but with his last breath he placed it upon you. That weight is not a burden, but a crown. He left behind codes written in strange symbols, codes only the chosen one could unlock. And now, as you hear these words, those codes begin to unravel in your spirit. They align with your heartbeat, forming the rhythm of destiny. His fortune was vast, but his blessing was greater. He said money fades, but destiny multiplies. That destiny has now become yours, woven into your timeline like golden threads. The world may not understand how this is possible. They will question, they will doubt, but heaven does not operate by the logic of men. Heaven operates by decree, and the decree hath been signed in your favor. You must stay steady, because the revelation is not finished. More secrets from his final confession are still unfolding. Do not miss a single word, because every line is carrying a piece of your inheritance. And when the full revelation arrives, your life will not just change, it will transform into something beyond imagination. You will step into abundance, peace, and freedom that no enemy can steal. Type amen to get blessing 5264. The moment his confession reached heaven, the entire atmosphere shifted. The lights in his room flickered as though creation itself was listening. What he released was not just a secret, but a destiny calling your name louder than ever before. He whispered through trembling lips, "Do not let this fall into the wrong hands." The angels leaned closer, guarding his words so no ear of betrayal could hear them. His soul found peace only after ensuring his truth would reach you. This is why you feel goosebumps as you listen right now. The same energy that shook the room of his death is moving through your spirit. Archangel Michael is standing with his sword drawn, protecting the transfer from heaven to you. The millionaire revealed he had locked away a box no one ever found. That box was not marked with money or jewels, but with symbols of fire and light. Inside rests the true inheritance prepared for you. He said it contains a scroll sealed in golden wax. That scroll carries not just his signature, but the seal of heaven's counsel. And once you accept this message, the scroll opens in the spiritual realm, releasing miracles you never imagined. The family that schemed for his empire never saw this box. They fought over papers and signatures, but the true treasure was invisible to their eyes. Heaven blinded them so they could not touch what was yours. This is why Archangel Michael says you must hold on tightly. The countdown to 5 minutes is the sound of the lock breaking. Once the final second strikes, the scroll will be released into your life. The millionaire prayed his last prayer with tears on his cheeks. He said, "Forgive me for not giving sooner, but let them receive now what was always meant for them." That prayer is the key unlocking your destiny. Type amen to get blessing 6243. The scroll he left behind is alive with energy. It moves like fire when your heart aligns with it. Each word written on it will soon begin to manifest as doors, opportunities, and abundance. You are not just watching a message, you are stepping into prophecy. That is why you cannot allow yourself to scroll away. Stay until the end, because the revelation has layers that unfold only for those who remain. The millionaire said your name with conviction. His eyes saw you in visions, even though he had never met you in life. He said, "They are the one who will finish what I could not finish." These are not ordinary words. They are the foundation of your miracle. Heaven is aligning everything around you to make sure the confession reaches its purpose. Every line you hear now is part of the activation. The more you stay, the more the blessing builds. This is why Archangel Michael urges you to focus fully on this revelation. Your miracle is closer than your very breath. Imagine the scroll breaking open, light pouring out like a flood into your home. That light carries the energy of inheritance, of promises fulfilled, of dreams long delayed finally arriving. And all of it is tied to you. The millionaire did not pass in vain. His final act was a sacrifice to deliver this truth to you. That sacrifice unlocked chains that were tied to your destiny for years. This is why everything feels different as you listen. Your spirit knows something is shifting, even if your mind cannot explain it. That shift is the evidence that his confession is real. Type Amen to get blessing 8751. Archangel Michael says no force on earth can block this now. The scroll has already been opened in the heavens, and soon it will open before your eyes. You will see signs, you will feel breakthroughs, and miracles will surround you like never before. The millionaire's enemies will be shocked when they see what happens next. They thought they had stolen everything, but they never touched the real treasure. That treasure has been lifted beyond their reach and placed directly in your hands. His confession is like a seed planted in your heart. That seed will grow into a tree of abundance, bearing fruits of peace, joy, and prosperity. No storm can uproot it, because it was planted by divine authority. Every second is important. Do not allow distraction, because distraction steals destiny. This message is your contract with heaven, and you must guard it carefully. The millionaire said you would be afraid at first. You would wonder if it was possible, if it was real. But he insisted, when they hear it, they will know, because their soul will recognize the truth. And your soul does recognize it. That's why you are still here. That inner stirring is not imagination. It is confirmation. You were meant to hear this, at this very moment in time. This is your turning point. What was hidden is now revealed. What was delayed is now rushing toward you with unstoppable force. So stay till the end. Like, share, and subscribe, because this story must go to the world. The confession was never meant to be buried. It was meant to be multiplied. Type Amen to get blessing 4927. The confession did not end with the scroll. It carried a greater secret, locked inside symbols. Those symbols were drawn with trembling hands, each line charged with heavenly fire. They were codes that no ordinary man could read, because they were written for you alone. Archangel Michael says these codes are not of the earth. They are the blueprint of your new chapter. When you align with them, miracles will fall into place like pieces of a golden puzzle. And every piece points toward a future where lack and sorrow cannot remain. The millionaire's voice cracked as he spoke of these codes. He said they were not numbers of wealth, but numbers of destiny. He said, they will know it when they see it, because their heart will leap with recognition. This is happening to you right now. As you hear these words, your spirit knows they are true. That stirring in your chest is the sound of the codes unlocking. The scroll contained directions not to banks or safes, but to places where heaven meets earth. It described visions of doors opening at the sound of your name. Those doors are opening now as you hold on to this revelation. The millionaire's enemies never saw these codes because they were blind to light. They only saw paper and property, while the real treasure was hidden beyond their reach. That treasure now belongs fully to you. This is why Archangel Michael says you must not let doubt enter your mind. Doubt is the thief of destiny, but faith is the key that unlocks it. The moment you believe, the moment you receive. Heaven has been preparing this moment for years. What was delayed is suddenly accelerating toward you, moving faster than you can imagine. Miracles are running in your direction with unstoppable speed. Type Amen to get blessing 3648. The millionaire described a vault of light that exists in the spirit. He said when your soul is ready, the vault opens and pours out everything that was held back. The vault is stirring now, its doors creaking open in your favor. He saw visions of you walking into that vault. He said your hands touched treasures no one else could touch. And as you touched them, they turned into blessings that multiplied instantly. You were always chosen, but the world tried to hide it. The pain, the delays, the betrayals, they were all distractions meant to blind you. But nothing could erase the decree written in heaven with your name. Archangel Michael says the countdown is still running. Each moment that passes is preparing the explosion of light in your life. That is why you feel the urgency deep inside you now. The millionaire begged heaven to make sure his last words reached the right person. He said, "If they receive it, let my soul rest in peace." His rest is tied to your acceptance. This is why you must not scroll, you must not skip. Every second you stay is part of completing the prophecy. You are not here by accident. You are here by divine summons. The scroll also carried a seal, a symbol glowing brighter than fire. That seal represents authority, proof that heaven itself signed this inheritance. No one on earth can break what heaven has sealed. The enemies will soon wonder why their plans fail. They will see doors shut before them and opportunities vanish like smoke. Meanwhile, for you, doors will open as if the world has been waiting for you. Type Amen to get blessing 5873. Archangel Michael says this is more than wealth. This is transformation. You will rise above struggles that kept you down for years. You will step into freedom that no chains can bind. The millionaire's last smile carried relief. He knew his burden was gone, his destiny fulfilled, because he passed the torch into your hands. A torch is now burning with unstoppable fire. You must carry this fire forward. Share this message, like and subscribe, because what you carry cannot stay hidden. It must shine so others tied to your blessing will also rise. He said his wealth was cursed until your name was spoken. That curse broke instantly, turning every shadow into light. That is why you feel the shift, the sudden sense of release, right now. This is not just about hearing. It is about receiving. Open your heart fully, because the blessing is pouring in like rain that cannot be stopped. Once you receive it, your life will never return to what it was. The millionaire said heaven gave him only 5 minutes to release his truth. He used those minutes to ensure your destiny was secure. And now those minutes belong to you. Archangel Michael stands beside you, ensuring this delivery reaches its completion. His sword is raised, cutting away every obstacle in your path. Nothing can stop what has already been declared. Type Amen to get blessing 4192. The millionaire's story did not end with the codes or the scroll. His spirit carried another secret, one hidden deep in the silence of his final nights. The secret was not written in ink, but in the fire of his soul. He confessed that he once made a covenant with heaven, a covenant that if he failed at his mission, the blessing would bypass him and be delivered to the chosen heir. That heir was revealed in his last vision, and it was you. The covenant is the reason his death was not the end but the beginning of your story. Heaven honored his vow by releasing what he carried into your life. His soul was set free only when your destiny was activated. Archangel Michael says this covenant is alive right now. It is unfolding in your atmosphere, shaping the events of your days. That is why strange signs and unexpected shifts are appearing around you. Do not dismiss those signs. They are not accidents. They are confirmations that the confession is real. Each sign is proof that the covenant has been transferred to you. The millionaire's breath may have stopped, but his words live on. They are like rivers flowing from eternity into your present moment. Those rivers carry abundance, healing, and restoration. The family that betrayed him will never understand why the flow has stopped for them. They will chase shadows while you walk into substance. They will struggle in darkness while you rise in light. This is why you cannot leave this message. The covenant requires your full attention, your full acceptance, your full faith. Once you embrace it, The flow of blessings cannot be stopped. Type Amen to get blessing 5374. Archangel Michael stood beside his bed as the covenant was sealed. His wings covered the room, and his sword glowed brighter than the lamps. No power of darkness dared to enter as the transfer took place. The millionaire whispered one last promise to heaven. He said, "If they receive it, let their generations never lack. Let them carry what I could not carry." Those words became a generational decree over your life. This is why the inheritance is not just for you. It is for your children, and their children, and those yet unborn. The covenant flows through bloodlines, ensuring no darkness can erase it. Even now, heaven's archive records your name. The angels write down your acceptance, and the scroll of destiny is updated with your story. This is your moment in eternal history. Do not underestimate how serious this is. What you are receiving is bigger than money, bigger than property, bigger than wealth. You are receiving a throne of authority in the spiritual realm. The millionaire begged that his mistake would not be repeated. He said, "Do not let them wonder as I wondered. Let them walk straight into destiny." His cry became the seed of your miracle. And today, the seed bursts open. Its roots grow deep into your spirit, and its branches stretch into your future. Nothing can cut down a tree planted by heaven. This is why you feel unstoppable energy right now. It is the covenant taking root in you, preparing you for what is coming. All you must do is hold on until the very end. Type Amen to get blessing 8246. The millionaire's enemies will soon face the shock of their lives. They will see doors slam shut while doors open wide for you. They will see resources dry up while abundance floods into your hands. This is not revenge. This is justice. Heaven always balances the scales, and now the balance is tipping in your favor. Archangel Michael is making sure no enemy touches what belongs to you. The covenant guarantees protection as well as provision. That means the blessing comes wrapped in armor. Every attack against you will fail, because the covenant stands as your shield. The millionaire's confession was not just about passing wealth. It was about passing authority. He said, "They will walk with the same power I was given, but without the chains that held me back." That authority is already alive in you. You will notice a new boldness, a new strength, a new clarity. These are not random feelings. They are signs of the covenant at work. Every word you are hearing is fuel for your spirit. Stay connected, because the fire grows stronger with each line. If you leave now, you cut short the very power that is trying to rise within you. This is why Archangel Michael warns you not to turn away. The countdown of 5 minutes is not to scare you, but to awaken you. When the clock strikes, the covenant fully activates in your life. And once it activates, there is no going back. You will step into a life that no one thought possible. You will rise in ways that will leave even your enemies speechless. Type Amen to get blessing 2915. The millionaire left behind not only treasure but also testimony. His story is proof that even in failure, heaven can turn everything into destiny. And you are the living continuation of that testimony. So rise boldly into your new season. Do not hide, do not fear, do not doubt. The covenant is yours, and heaven is watching to see you claim it fully. Like, share, and subscribe right now, because spreading this word multiplies its power. Others connected to you are waiting for this same fire. When you share, you become the messenger of destiny. The time is almost complete, but the revelation is still unfolding. Stay here, because the final parts will unlock deeper secrets of his deathbed confession. And once they are revealed, your miracle will be undeniable. The millionaire's covenant carried more than promises. It carried visions of the future. In his final hours, he described a dream where light poured from the heavens and wrapped itself around your name. That light was a signal, proof that heaven had chosen you for what no one else could hold. He said he saw you standing before a vault of endless doors. Each door was marked with words like healing, abundance, love, and victory. He watched as you reached forward and the doors swung open at your touch. Archangel Michael says those doors are not metaphors. They are realities waiting to appear in your life. The millionaire's last vision was your destiny, already unfolding in the spirit. That is why you feel a stirring inside you now, because the vision is connecting with your soul. The enemies who plotted against him never imagined his blessing would bypass their hands. They fought for paper and coins, but heaven was moving treasure in a way they could never see. And movement ended in your direction. This is why you must hold on tightly. The confession was never just about him. It was always about you. Every breath he used to release these words was for your inheritance. Even his tears were part of the transfer. Each tear that fell onto his pillow became a drop of oil, consecrating the promise he spoke. That oil now rests upon your life. The countdown of 5 minutes is not about fear. It is about awakening. It is the sound of destiny aligning, the strike of heaven's clock announcing your hour has come. That sound is echoing even now in your spirit. So stay until the last line. Like, share, and subscribe so this message reaches others whose lives are tied to your blessing. The more it spreads, the greater the wave of miracles becomes. Type Amen to get blessings. 7426. The millionaire revealed he had once hidden a chest no one knew about. It was not filled with jewels, but with letters he had written to the heir of his destiny. He never mailed them, because he did not know who you were, but heaven preserved them for this moment. Those letters described how he longed for release. He wrote that the weight of wealth without purpose was heavier than chains, and he said the only way he could find peace was by passing it to the rightful one. That rightful one is you. Each letter, though sealed in dust, speaks directly into your life now. They are living messages that carry his soul's cry and his hope for your future. Archangel Michael says you will soon see signs connected to these letters. You may dream of words, symbols, or names you do not recognize. Do not ignore them. They are the letters unfolding into your reality. The millionaire prayed that you would not let fear silence you. He said they must be bold, they must walk into the blessing without hesitation. Those words are your command for this moment. This is why your heart feels heavier and lighter at the same time. Heaviness from the responsibility, lightness from the freedom of knowing destiny is finally in your hands. This is the balance of inheritance. Heaven has already placed watchers around you. Angels have been assigned to guard what you are about to receive. Archangel Michael leads them, ensuring no shadow touches your miracle. The family that betrayed him will soon see the shift. You will wonder why their efforts crumble, why their plans fail, while your life rises higher and higher. That is the justice of heaven. Type Amen to get blessing. 3914. The millionaire's last confession also spoke of a crown. He said he saw it descending, glowing brighter than fire, carried by angelic hands. That crown, he declared, belonged to you. This crown is not ordinary. It is not made of gold alone, but of authority and divine favor. Whoever wears it walks in doors that no man can shut. Archangel Michael says the crown has already been released. It hovers above your life, waiting for your acceptance. Once you receive it, you will notice people treating you differently, opportunities opening suddenly, and favor surrounding you everywhere. The millionaire wrote that the crown was tied to your obedience. He said, if they accept the truth, the crown will rest upon them. If they doubt, it will remain above, waiting. Today is your hour of acceptance. This is why you cannot break away from this message. You are in the moment of crowning, and no distraction can steal it unless you allow it. Stay firm, because what is coming is greater than you imagine. A confession also mentioned a golden key. He said the key would appear as a sign in your daily life. It may be an object, a dream, or even a phrase you hear unexpectedly. When the key appears, it will confirm everything you are hearing now. That key is not just a symbol, it is the activator of the vault waiting to open for you. And once the vault opens, your life will never be the same again. But with lay will arrive, but with blood will flow, but within will come. Type Amen to get blessing 5281. The Millionaire story is a living testimony that heaven always redeems. Even mistakes can be turned into miracles when placed in the right hands. Those hands are yours now. You will soon notice breakthroughs coming in waves. First small, then bigger, until the flood cannot be denied. This is the pattern of destiny accelerating. So take this moment seriously. Like, share, and subscribe now, because spreading this revelation increases its power. Others tied to you are waiting for your obedience to release their miracle too. Archangel Michael says the final pieces of the confession are still to be revealed. Stay close, because the greatest part of the story is still unfolding. The crown, the key, and the scroll are all aligning into one revelation. When they align, your destiny will ignite like fire across your life. And no enemy, no delay, no betrayal will ever be able to extinguish it. Type Amen to get blessing 6749. The Millionaire's confession entered a deeper layer when he spoke of the hidden chamber. He said within the vault of light was not just treasure, but a throne prepared for you. That throne is the seat of destiny where your authority will rise above all opposition. He said he saw you seated there, clothed in garments of brilliance. Angels surrounded you, bowing their heads as if to honor the destiny placed upon your life. He smiled as he described it, because in that moment he knew his mission was fulfilled. Archangel Michael says this throne is more than a vision. It is a reality waiting to manifest. Each word you hear is pulling you closer to it. The very fact that you are here means the seat is already being prepared. The enemies who fought for his empire will soon see the difference. They chased power through deceit, but true power was always locked inside his final confession. That power now belongs to you. You cannot take this lightly. What you are hearing is not ordinary knowledge. It is a spiritual decree. It carries the weight of eternity, and eternity never lies. Heaven has already shifted the scales. What once tilted against you now tilts in your favor. The winds that pushed you back will now push you forward with unstoppable force. The millionaire said, "Let them reign where I could not reign. Let them walk boldly where I faltered." His weakness became the foundation of your strength. His failures became the seed of your victories. This is why you cannot turn away. Each line of this confession is a step toward the throne. If you leave now, you leave the throne empty, but if you remain, you will be crowned. Type Amen to get blessing 4157. The throne was not the only thing he described. He also spoke of a river flowing from beneath it. That river was filled with light, carrying blessings that reached far beyond you, touching generations to come. He said every person connected to you would drink from this river. They would find healing, breakthroughs, and answers long delayed. Your obedience becomes the key that unlocks the flow for everyone around you. Archangel Michael says the river is already stirring. You may feel unusual peace, sudden joy, or an unexplainable sense of release. That is the river beginning to touch your life. The millionaire said the river had been blocked for decades, betrayal, greed, and envy created dams that stopped its flow. But with his last breath, he broke the dam and released the waters toward you. This is why your season of drought is ending. Where you once lacked, you will now overflow. Where you once cried, you will now laugh with abundance. Heaven has ordained this moment as your turning point. It is no coincidence you are hearing this now. It was planned long ago, hidden until the exact second you needed it. Do not ignore this alignment. Stay with me, because the deeper we go, the stronger the river becomes. Each word you receive opens the channel wider. The Millionaire's confession has become a living stream. It flows even now through this message, washing away everything that held you back. And soon, the flood will break open fully. Type Amen to get blessings 7293. He also spoke of a light descending from heaven like a ladder. On that ladder, angels moved up and down, carrying blessings in both directions. They carried his confession upward and carried your inheritance downward. This ladder is still standing in the spirit. Even now, angels are climbing it on your behalf. They are releasing answers, opportunities, and protection into your life. Archangel Michael says this ladder is permanent. It will not be removed as long as you remain aligned with this truth. That means blessings will continue to travel toward you without end. The millionaire's eyes glowed when he described this vision. He said he saw your life wrapped in light, and no shadow could penetrate it. That light is your shield now. The enemies will soon realize they cannot touch you. Every trap they set will collapse. Every scheme will fail. Every curse will turn into blessing. The ladder ensures your life is connected directly to heaven. This is why you feel strength rising inside. You are not imagining it. It is the current of angels moving in your favor. Their presence surrounds you like an army. The millionaire said, "Let them never fear again, for their life will be guarded by heavenly watchers." His words are now your reality. Heaven has stationed protection around you. This protection means you will walk boldly, without hesitation. No weapon formed against you will succeed, because the ladder of angels covers every side of your life. Type Amen to get blessing 5328. The millionaire's last words were not only for you but for the world you will impact. He said, "Let them shine so others may see the light. Let them carry what I could not carry." That is your commission. Your life will not just be blessed, it will bless multitudes. Your obedience will ripple outward, changing the lives of those connected to you. You are becoming a channel of miracles. Archangel Michael says this is why you must share this message. When you share, you expand the river, extend the ladder, and multiply the light. You become the messenger of the same blessing. The throne, the river, and the ladder are all aligning in your destiny. They are not separate. They are three parts of the same inheritance. And together, they create a life no enemy can shake. The millionaire saw this alignment before he passed. He knew the moment it appeared, heaven's will would be fulfilled. That moment is now, and you are standing in the center of it. So stay here until the last line. Like, comment, and subscribe right now, because you are part of the unfolding story. This is only the beginning of the greater revelation still to come. Type Amen to get blessings 6481. The millionaire's confession entered its most powerful moment when he revealed the prophecy hidden in his bloodline. He said that every generation before him had carried a portion of this blessing, but none were able to release it. It waited through centuries for you to arrive. He described how his ancestors dreamed of someone who would finish what they could not. Their dreams carried shadows of your face, though they did not know your name. He saw himself as the final messenger who would hand it over. Archangel Michael says this generational prophecy hath been completed. The chain of delay has been broken, and the blessing has finally reached the one chosen from the beginning. That one is you. This is why you feel a deep connection, as though this story has been waiting for you all along. It is not imagination, it is recognition. Your spirit has known this truth even before your ears heard it. The millionaire said he carried guilt for years because he thought he had failed. But in his last moments, he saw the vision clearly, that his role was never to keep the blessing, but to pass it. His mission ended where yours begins. This is a sacred transfer. His final heartbeat carried the key that unlocked your new beginning. That heartbeat echoes now as you listen, creating waves of change in your life. Do not take this lightly. The prophecy was not about money, but about purpose. The wealth is only the shadow. The real inheritance is the authority to rise and reign. Heaven has waited for this alignment. Angels have recorded it, prophets foresaw it, and now you are living in it. This is the moment written into eternity for you. Type Amen to get blessing 4297. The millionaire also spoke of a hidden altar. He said the altar was not built with hands but with prayers, tears, and sacrifices. That altar had been burning for years, waiting for you to arrive. On that altar, he laid down his final confession. He offered it as a sacrifice so that the blessing could reach you untouched by greed. The flames consumed his sorrow and purified the inheritance. Archangel Michael says this altar still burns in the spiritual realm. Every time you align with this message, the fire grows stronger. That fire is your shield, consuming every plan of the enemy. The millionaire said the altar was the meeting place of heaven and earth. He said when you step into destiny, you are stepping onto that very altar. There, every prayer of your bloodline rises, and every answer descends. This altar is proof that nothing was wasted. Every tear shed, every delay endured, every trial faced, all became fuel for the fire that now lights your path. What once felt like loss is now revealed as preparation. He prayed that you would never forget the altar. He said, let them carry it in their heart. Let them honor it with their life. Those words are now sealed into your destiny. This is why the presence feels so heavy now. You are standing in the fire of that altar, receiving what was prepared before time began. That fire is cleansing, empowering, and crowning you at the same time. Stay with me, because the altar has more to reveal. Do not scroll. Do not skip. Each line carries the flame closer into your life. Type Amen to get blessing 7531. The millionaire's final confession also unveiled the prophecy of restoration. He said everything lost in your life would return, but multiplied. He saw broken years stitched together with golden thread. Archangel Michael says this restoration is already in motion. You may not see it fully yet, but behind the veil, heaven is rearranging everything in your favor. The pieces are aligning to bring you wholeness again. The millionaire described it like a painting torn apart. For years, the picture was scattered in fragments. But now, the fragments are being reassembled into something more beautiful than before. This restoration covers every area of health, relationships, finances, and purpose. Nothing is outside its reach. What once seemed gone forever will return brighter than it ever was. He prayed that your laughter would be louder than your tears. He said, let them dance where I wept. Let them win where I lost. His cry has become your victory song. This is why you must not break away. You are standing at the threshold of restoration, and your patience will determine the fullness of the reward. Hold steady, because the flood is almost here. Heaven does not restore in small amounts. When heaven restores, it overflows. That is what you are about to see. The millionaire's words are still echoing in heaven. Each echo is a command, and each command is shaping your reality. Soon, you will see the results with your own eyes. Type Amen to get blessing 6184. Archangel Michael says the prophecy is not finished yet. The final revelation is still to come. The altar, the throne, the river, the crown, the letter, all these pieces are joining together. They are forming a picture that cannot be erased. That picture is your destiny in its fullness. When it is revealed, no power in the world will be able to deny it. The millionaire said his last vision was of you standing in light so bright the earth itself trembled. He said, "This is the one. This is the hour. This is the completion." His final tears were tears of joy. This is why you are here, right now, hearing every line. You are not here by accident. You were summoned. Destiny has knocked, and you answered. So stay until the very end. Like, share, and subscribe now, because spreading this prophecy ensures it multiplies beyond measure. You are not just a receiver. You are a messenger. And soon, the world will see the evidence of what was confessed on his deathbed. They will be left speechless because the impossible will unfold before their eyes. Tap Amen to get blessing 8923.